And second part here, Henry's law. After that, colligative properties. Before that one, we are discussing Raoult's law. Raoult's law. So these are the concepts which we are going to discuss here. And here nowadays they're asking concentration methods also question they're asking. Actually, is related to 11th standard some basic concepts. But still, if you know very well, I'll skip that point. Then we'll go directly, which is NCERT, they given same thing. But if you required, we'll discuss this point. Okay, that depends upon you. Something batch one, they ask that one. Can you revise like that? Or revise that one, fine. And after that, Henry's law, we are going to discuss, then followed by Raoult's law. This is more important. But we are getting most of the questions, these two, sir, these two things, colligative properties and Raoult's law. These two are too important. Most of the questions we are getting from here. We'll discuss one by one. Okay. Now here, solutions we discussed yesterday. Solution definition I given. I think so you noted down the definition. Based on solvent, solutions are classified 9 types. There is a one classification. So solvent, solute. I think already this is no need, but still one more time. An example, same your NCERT book you can see, sir. Suppose gas is the solvent, then take 3 possibilities here. With the 3 possibilities, sir. Gas, liquid, solid. Examples you can find out from NCERT book. Table is there, sir. One table they given in that book. From that you can find out. In liquid you can take. It's also again 3 types. Gas, liquid, solid. But in our syllabus, we are going to discuss mostly this the part, sir. Our concentration only liquids with respect, because generally all reactions, general organic reactions occurs in the liquid phase only. Next one, solid. I hope you know this one again 3 types: gas, liquid, solid. Now we are going to discuss here first case, solid in liquids. That's why I'm going to discuss here. Solid in liquids, most of the reactants and reagents we are taking are dissolving in the liquid phase, that is solvent. So that's why our interest is solid and liquid combination. So solid solubility of solid in liquid. This is our interest. Array solubility meaning W grams of whatever solute dissolved in 100 grams of water. How much solute dissolved in 100 grams of water? That's we call solubility. There is a basic definition they are taking. Okay. Solubility means W grams of solute which is dissolved in 100 grams of water is called solubility. So now how much substance going to be dissolved in water? That is the basic definition. Leave it. Now even more than definition, this definition only we took, that is, but you can dissolve more amount in the water, whatever your solvent. So in that cases, what is the factors affecting solubility? But all substance they won't be dissolved in water easily. If you are taking naphthalene, you can take solid state. They won't be dissolved in water easily. Only few substances can dissolve in water easily. Some substances can dissolve very slowly, or some may not be dissolved that one. What is the behind that reasons? we are not able to discuss every reason here, but we can try major reasons because that require special cases every case. But briefly you can discuss. Briefly you can discuss one by one. I think yesterday I given already. Solubility depends upon few factors. I'm discussing mainly two factors only. That is the first factor I'm discussing here. Nature of solvent and solute. Solubility depends upon nature of solvent and solute. First factor we are doing, sir. First factor we are discussing here. Nature of solvent and solute. So that depends solubility, nature of solvent and solute will discuss. And I will repeat again 2 to 3 times. Whatever reason maybe your understanding or you may can utilize that is maybe due to bad signal also. But I will repeat slowly 1 or 2 times. If possible, if you require, try to note down parallelly. That's better. We can discuss a little bit more. We can discuss more. After discussing again, coming back, even we are showing slides also. There is not that much effectively. So nature of solvent and solute means already we given like dissolves like. Okay, this is a basic point. Like dissolves like. I hope you know very well this meaning. Means here ionic compounds can dissolve in polar solvents. Covalent compounds can dissolve in non-polar solvents. Ionic compounds, because these are polar, sir. These are polar in nature. So they can dissolve in polar solvents. Next, covalent compounds. Non-polar in nature. So dissolve in non-polar solvents. For example, here NaCl can readily dissolve in water, sir, easily because NaCl is positive negative character is there. You can write directly positive negative because purely ionic, that is we don't want to take delta positive here. Here those are delta positive, delta negative. So this is polar solvent, that's why this is preferred. But CCl4 is there. This is non-polar. It can dissolve in or miscible with either cyclohexane, sir, or you may can take benzene. This is also non-polar solvent. So those are miscible to each other. Understood? But already discussed yesterday a little bit solubility. If any compound that dissolve in ionic compounds, we are talking about ionic compounds. Covalent compounds concept is over, sir. Suppose ionic compound that dissolve in water. Ionic compound solubility depends upon two factors. One is lattice energy. and second one is hydration energy. I'm giving major factors only. Understood? Lattice energy belongs to ionic compound. Hydration energy belongs to after ionic compound dissolved in solvent. Then we are getting hydration energy. Actually, we are going to be called solvation energy is the better one. SC sir, solvation energy. When we are using hydration energy means solvent should be water. Then only you can say hydration energy. Whenever solvent equal to water, then you can use hydration energy term. Otherwise, if you are using other solvents, you can use solvation energy. I think these points are belongs to chemical bonding chapter, but we can give little bit briefly here. Suppose KCl, K minus Cl minus K plus, they have attraction force in between. That's we call lattice energy. This I'm writing, sir, which is electrostatic force of attraction. That's I'm showing here lattice energy. So when they dissolve KCl in water, lattice energy is there. Now I am showing hydration energy also. Because solvent is water, that's why hydration energy I am taking here. Hey, don't sleep, huh? Concentrate here. Most of the people, I think, so at 12th standard, you won't do like that. I'm expecting. This is attracting with respect to any answer. H is plus, O is negative. I'm not writing every case. I hope you know that one. These are attractions. With respect to oxygen, here with respect to hydrogen. Why I wrote here delta positive here completely positive and negative? Because H2 is covalent compound or ionic compound. Covalent, but polarity is there. So which is I given this dotted line, sir. I'm writing here. This dotted line is solvent or attraction you can take, which is black color I given lattice energy. Is it clear? Any doubt here? If black color, which is lattice energy, is more than this color, which is, I think so, this is orange color. This attraction is black color attraction is stronger than orange color. Then that won't be dissolved. Otherwise, orange attraction is dominated than black color. They can come out. Assume that one. Orange color attraction is dominated. Clear? So then what happened? That's going to be break here, sir. That completely going to be break. Is it clear? There is no limited number. You can take that solvent. So mostly too many water molecules is present. Here Cl minus attracted. I'm closing this is not easy to maintain all these colors. Try to understand. So it will take too much time. I'm going to write randomly any color. So Cl minus. Okay, negative charge. attracted with water molecules. So it will create some hydration energy, that is hydration energy of, this is cation, that's why cation. This is hydration energy of anion. Clear? So delta H of hydration or delta H of solvation energy, both are same, sir. Delta H solvation energy, both are same, equal to, otherwise, sorry, He, cation hydration energy plus anion hydration energy. You can take, sir. H cation plus H anion. This is the equal. Okay, total energy. Now that solubility depends upon which energies dominate. If lattice energies dominate, then hydration energy delta H solvation energy hydration energy. Okay, that's insoluble. Means lattice energy attraction is stronger. Otherwise, hydration energy delta H hydration energy is dominated than lattice energy. In this case, soluble. These are the two cases you need to remember. We can apply this with respect to thermodynamics also, but no need that much. If you are anyone you are thinking, I will give hint, you can find out. I think so your entropy increases or decreases, sir. One more point, entropy. If NaCl dissolve in water, means ions moving far away each other. So disorderliness increases. Then entropy also going to be increases. Delta S going to be increases. Delta S means simply disorderliness. Keep in mind. Okay. Whenever entropy is positive means and delta H is negative, that is spontaneous. According to thermodynamics, delta G equal to or delta G naught equal to delta H naught minus T delta S. I hope you know with respect to thermodynamics this point. This is negative, sir. Delta G, H also negative because hydration is dominated than lattice energy. Then entropy is positive value. Minus into positive means you'll get again negative. This also whole term become negative. So everything is negative means delta G negative. Negative. So delta G negative means spontaneous or non-spontaneous? Spontaneous. Clear? Understood? So delta H and temperature going to be decide that one solubility, because wherever ions is dissolved in water, delta is always positive. Now delta G negative or positive decided by whom? Delta H and temperature. Now we can see second step is temperature effect. Second factor, effect of temperature on solubility. Please note down that point. Effect of temperature on solubility. Are anyone you want to note down this one? Please check it. If you want to note down, I will keep this is. Or at least you can ask through chat box. That is better. Or I don't know today disconnecting or continuously getting, or my voice is breaking or not. I don't know because you are not responding. Then I can adjust according to that. Seekers education. Suppose my sir, you are host. Please allow them at least ask doubts. I think so. He went somewhere. Huh? He log in and he went somewhere. That's why he's not listening your voice. Okay, I will try to show that one. Once he came back, you can see. Sir, understood this point? Whenever delta H is negative and delta S is positive, that reaction always spontaneous. But sometimes delta H going to be positive also, sir. Those we call endothermic reactions. At the time decided by temperature. So high temperature, low temperature, you can check. Mostly high temperature is favorable when delta H is positive. Check it. Once completed, let me know that one. Lattice energy, hydration energy. Computation you can note down which is more, which is less, and which is soluble. And above one, if you want, you can check it, sir. Other these diagrams, no need to note down. Huh? Want you can do, but no need those things. Little bit I will wrote up. Now you can check. Solubility of ionic compound depends upon two factors: lattice energy, hydration energy. But mostly no one is responding. Means suppose they block means chatting you can't do. So I don't know now going on properly or not. Anything my voice is breaking or not. If they are not responding means things are going smooth. I'm assuming that one. Is it clear? Understood? Only two factors for solubility of ionic compounds: hydration energy, lattice energy, and one more is temperature factor. That's we are going to discuss now. Now I'm going to discuss temperature factor, sir. Temperature, effect of temperature on solubility. Try to note down little bit first. Effect of temperature on solubility. Especially we are discussing right now ionic substances only. Covalent compounds anyway they won't dissolve in water. Clear? If I am taking here solute plus solvent, it will form solution, sir. Plus energy. If energy releases, that is exothermic or endothermic. Exothermic, I make and show same reaction delta H equal to negative also. Check it. According to Le-Chatelier principle, if temperature increases, backward reaction takes place for exothermic reactions, sir. For exothermic reactions, when delta H is negative, temperature increases, backward reaction is favored. When backward reaction is favored means solubility increases or decreases. So therefore solubility decreases. Backward reaction means they won't be dissolved in solute in solvent. Now we can check, suppose delta H. I will give examples are here. Example mostly lithium nitrate, lithium carbonate, sodium carbonate monohydrate. So by increasing temperature, solubility decrease. But these are the examples. And one more, let's assume that one case 1, case 2, delta H equal to positive endothermic, so solute plus solvent, energy absorbing, so energy taking cell. We will get here solution. So in this case, temperature increases according to Le-Chatelet principle. For endothermic reactions, temperature increases, forward reaction takes place. So increases. So examples: NaNO3, NaCl, KNO3, KCl. Done? Completed? Ali, make can explain all these concepts. Why like this also? No need to know about Le-Chatelet principle. If you know at least this is the relation, you can try it, sir. Everything we have to come up to this point only with respect to our chemistry. Any reaction is feasible or forward direction, backward direction, everything. For example, delta H is negative, then temperature increases. What happens, sir? Backward or forward reaction? You can find out here only everything. This is negative. Suppose entropy is positive, then temperature increases forward direction. If entropy is negative, then temperature increases backward reaction. That decided by delta G value every case. Then substitute here positive or negative I am giving, and temperature you can take increase or decrease. Use this formula. Otherwise, apply Le-Chatelet principle. Anything is fine, sir. Either Lee Chatterjee principle you can apply, or every time you can see equation. Our target is delta G negative. If delta G negative means spontaneous reaction. So I'm giving briefly temperature versus solubility graph for KNO3. So NaNO3. You can make and temperature increases, forward reaction is favored, means solubility increases. This temperature degree centigrade, solubility gram for 100 grams of solvent, sir. Now this is we are getting graph here. This is I'm giving just graph. I will write that names. NaNO3, KNO3, KClO3. So all these are endothermic reactions. By increasing temperature, solubility increases. That's why these are graphs here positive reaction. Check it. Please note down. Completed. I think so. I'm expecting everyone you noted down these are. So case okay, all these things you've done. Can I move further? Okay, fine. Next part is important for us. Molality mole fraction. You should be know that one. How to calculate. So how to calculate molality, mole fraction, molarity. So that is solutions, concentration method, sir. If you know all these things, we'll skip that one. If you don't know, then only we'll discuss. Because all these are 11th standard. Their concentration method is nothing but We are using all these concentration methods for expressing amount of solute which is dissolved in given amount of solution. For example, here this is the solvent. Now we are dissolving KCl. Now this becomes solutions. In given solution, how much KCl is dissolved? That's we need to calculate. To express how much solute dissolved in the solution or solvent, we have different methods. Those only called concentration methods. Maybe we are dissolving here 5 grams of NaCl in 100 ml of solvent. Okay. Now we are going to be express concentration of this one. So target is always with respect to solute. Solute plus solvent equal to solution. This is the basic thing. Please note down. Solvent plus solute equal to solution. So now we are expressing concentration methods. We have here concentration methods W by W percent. And mostly if you know, let me know that when I'm writing all these things. If you don't know, then only you can discuss. Otherwise you can skip. V by V percent. W by V percent. Strength of solution. Molarity. Molality. Mole fraction. But normality, I'm not going to discuss right now. That's you can see at least I will give formula of normality. These are the concentration methods. If choice is there, chance is there, let me know through chat. We need to discuss or we can skip that is. If you know means we don't want to discuss it. Again, time is that is. Okay. Fine. Already discussed. You can see these are for your friends. If you are not getting, I will discuss again back. Just give me 1 minute time. You can find out. Okay. Okay. Fine. I think so. I'm not able to find here. Just previous only history means this only, na history. Okay, leave it. I discussed somewhere, but I'm not getting that is. Right, concentration method one by one. We'll discuss. First one, W by W%. Above one is solute, below one is solution. Percentage means per 100. Then write W grams of solute dissolved in grams of solution into 100. This is only called percentage purity also. Percentage purity. When you're solving 11th standard problems, it may useful for you. I'm giving example what is the meaning everything. So W grams of solute dissolve in 100 grams of solution supposed to be. So for example here, the meaning you have to write, sir. 15 W by W% of KOH. What is the meaning? This is meaning 50 grams of KOH dissolved in 100 grams of solution. This is the meaning. So what is the solvent weight? Solute plus solvent equal to solution. Any doubt here? Solute is 15 grams. Solution is 100 grams. What is the solvent weight? What is the value, sir? Anyone? Please respond. It is 75. 100 minus 15 is 75. Here the approximately 56 students is there, but very few people is responding. Still you are doing like biology calculations. Anyway, so that's common. We can do mistakes. You know biology calculations, sir. That is the way biology calculation, biology students especially they are solving. But your mathematics background is there because option subject some people. 64 by 16. How much will get? Answer is 4. Is it correct? But biology student, how they are calculating, you know that one. 6 will be cancelled. Is it correct method? No, but answer is when you are getting whatever method you are getting correct answer only. But it's not possible for every time. Clear? Do properly, but answer will get whatever reason, only one answer will get 4. Don't do like this way calculations. Anyway, you are good people, you won't do like this. I'm expecting all your experts how to do. I think so. So fine, solvent is 85 grams. Next, second method, sir. V by V percent. By looking this percentage, you can write above one is solute V ml of solute dissolved in capital ml of solution, sir. Into 100. So example 25 V by V percent of C2H5OH. All these concentration terms you can observe, especially medicines, which is syrups is there, cold cough syrups or any type of syrups. In that bottle, on that bottle you can composition they will mention W by V percent, V by V percent, or W by W percent, like that. If you have in your home any liquid, sir, maybe you can take washroom cleaner liquids also. Even we are using Dettol, whatever sanitizer, anything you can take. If liquid is there, they mostly express like these methods only. If anything you're getting doubt, we may can check it right now. After our class, we can check it. What is the meaning this one? Anyone can you give please? 25 ml of C2H5OH dissolved in 100 ml of solution. This is volume, not grams, sir. Keep in mind, V means volume. So solvent, how much, sir? Here solvent 75 ml, is correct? You can write. Next, W by V percent. Can you try this? Is W grams of solute dissolved in V ml of solution into 100 because of percentage. Right, sir. Example 10 W by V percent of HNO3. Can write meaning this one. So 10 grams of HNO3. They don't write 108. This 10 grams, sir. 10 grams of HNO3 dissolved in 100 ml of solution. Remaining methods we'll discuss next class. Try to practice all these things on rough paper, because already some concentration methods are given. You may can try to solve problems. After doing your homework date wise, sir, first you need to practice everyone theory. That is the first priority. Whatever I discuss class notes, you note it down right now. Then same theory without seeing can you write or not, you can check it. Okay. Coming 1 or 2 classes, your NCERT going to be start. Maybe next class only will be start. That is NCERT introduction only we given still now. After that we can do problems. But I think you know homework. Every day you have to do 10 to 15 sums. If possible, try to solve based on this and create your sums, at least 5 to 6 sums your own. After solving your sums, you have to send, sir. Either I will give maybe my WhatsApp number, or you can send to, if they are seekers, they are showing somewhere, you have to submit your homework. You can send to them. But you have to send. Date wise, that should be very clear. Inbuilt homework already I given that one. That is fixed. That won't be changed. You have to send. You should not say single word, sir, chemistry sir not given homework. Already we given homework. Maybe you are not doing that, so simple. Anyway, thank you everyone. Thank you very much. I hope you understood something. Don't worry, even you are not getting coming classes, you can understand. Maybe some people are listening first time my classes. Teaching is different. Your teachers is different. To understand to each other, it will take some time. Thank you everyone. Thank you very much. I'll give tomorrow my WhatsApp number. You can see that now time is over. We'll do tomorrow. Just make your work. We'll discuss that. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.